All right, so waiting on my sister to tell me that we are good to go. Let me shut it all down. Okay, hello and welcome to our team call tonight. Let me see, this is recording. Okay, so welcome. There's lots of exciting things happening. But first of all, if you guys don't know me, I'm Danielle McKean. I'm the founder of Fit Fanatics. I've been a coach for 2.5 years now, and this opportunity has completely changed my life from getting in the best shape of my life to just bringing so much freedom and purpose. I feel that I'm a changed person from the inside out. I did hair for 10 years, and because of this opportunity, I was able to walk away from that and bring in a great income, live a great life, and just really inspire other people to do the same. So if you're new to the team, welcome. Welcome some of Diesel Nation we have on the call. It's going to be a great call. I'm going over how to get your challengers and your coaches set up for success and my system that has worked for me. So let me just get news out of the way. We have Success Club. If you get Success Club, guys, this month you get 3 bundles of P90. So you get P91, P92, and you get a P90 bundle. It's valued over $300 or around $300. So it's critically important that you get Success Club. We have 8 days left. There's no reason why you cannot seal it in right now with putting out your challenge, sharing a personal story, sharing somebody else's results, just really going hard with inviting. It can happen. Someone did it in a day. Many people have done it in a day. But if you want it, it's there. Hammer and chisel, the masters. We need to start promoting this now. I know I am doing a hybrid of the Extreme and Body Beast, and I started training for a 10K today. This is just planting the seeds. A lot of people are gonna be seeing that I'm doing the hybrid, and then when it releases come December, a lot of people are already gonna be like, well, what is this that she's doing with Body Beast and the 21-day fix and the meals? So start expanding your network, start building those relationships, start showing that you're doing this, whether it's your meals, if you don't have the programs, whatever it is, just start slowly planting the seeds and sharing information about this. When new products release, this business explodes. I'll never forget when the 21-day fix was released and then the Extreme. My business literally went from 0 to 100 in a matter of 2 to 3 months, I think it was, and income-wise. So get your whole team on board. Start pre-planning a whole team challenge to bump up the volume. Whatever creative ideas you could bring, now is the time to start pre-planning and pre-thinking ahead. You always want to be one step ahead. So that's it with news. I'm going to get to my presentation. I actually did a PowerPoint presentation. I usually don't do this, but I wanted to just share a little bit more visual on what I do in my system. I've kind of shared this call before, but I've changed it a little bit. I've added the little bells and whistles to it, and I just think you can really see my system and what I do. Okay, let me get this set up. Okay, there you go. Okay, so first off, the RSVP. I know I've shared this on many team calls of my PS coaches, but I wanted to share it with the whole team just so you can understand, what I work off, what is my system, and what it is that I do. This is the foundation of my business. I learned it at a diamond retreat maybe last year with Diesel Nation, and it stuck with me. And a lot of new coaches are confused after they get out of the training, what it is they do, what do they do with their challengers, and this is it. This is what I do. And if you understand it and break it down, you'll understand. Just like, this concept, a car needs maintenance to move forward, and so does our business. This is fuel that keeps our car moving in the right directions with challengers and coaches. So the R stands for recruit, the S is Success Club, V is very new people, P is performance. These are goals that you want to set for yourself. Recruiting 3 to 5 new coaches and challengers to move this business forward. That's going to set you up for Success Club. That's going to set you up to build your team. And it's just going to, pave the way so that you have something to work off of as you move forward. Very new people, you want to help your new challengers and your coaches. And then performance, you always want to track your performance with the Power of 3 sheet or whatever tracking you like to use. And you want to help your challengers track their performance and, of course, your coaches. This is my system. This is what I go off of. If you're ever confused as to what to do, you have to refer back to this because it needs all of these components to work properly. Our business needs this. This is our fuel. So I always refer back to this. I help my coaches refer back to this. And I know it might seem like a lot, but it'll become second nature to you once you think RSVP. Let me break it down. Okay. All right, so challengers. Let's talk about challengers because really this is our business. This is the bread and butter of our business, is getting our challengers started. And if we don't get them results, if we don't get them started right, how are we going to turn them into coaches and build our team? So challenge groups, this is the foundation. This is the cornerstone of our business. And without a doubt, honestly, the most powerful tool that we can use. And I call it the bridge. It's the bridge that we use, to take our customers to become Beachbody advocates to lifelong customers, Beachbody lifers. I heard Beachbody lifer at Summit, and I love that. That'll stick with me. But it's just really important that we get them engaged. We create this culture. And so this is my system. I try to do a Zoom call with everyone. If I get a great group of people, we start at the same time. And we're just kind of sharing goals, what we want, getting to know each other. We're talking about the group. One of my coaches told me about this idea and I loved it and ran with it. Not everybody will participate, but sometimes you'll get a great group that will. And so I'll do this, or I will do a video of myself starting out the group, just introducing myself, what this group's going to be about, or I'll do a call individually with everybody and lay out the expectations with the challenge commitments. Next is introduce themselves. I always have, challengers put a picture of themselves, about their story, their health and fitness journey, and, their goals, what they want out of this challenge. And then I'll do the same. And I'll share my story, how Beachbody has changed my life. And then the why. I always post a nice picture saying, well, why do you want this? And I share my why and how when I first started, and my little story, how I wanted to get in shape. I was tired of feeling sluggish and living off of coffee and, dying to get rid of the last bit of baby weight that I had. And so I think it starts to make them think, and it gets them in a routine of sharing and opening up, just like a coach. So think of this concept, this challenger process, just like a coach. I think it's the same process that us or brand new or even seasoned coaches go through. And we need to bring our challengers through the same thing. So meal plan examples, I post tons of examples of the 21 Day Fix meal plan. They have on Google, they have on Pinterest, and just give them concrete resources to work off of. So they're not trying to plan a whole meal plan by themselves. I know someone that is not used to clean eating, they're gonna be lost. So I lay it out in front of them. I'm just spelling everything out for them. The challenge commitments and game plans. I think this is in the back office. This is in the Beachbody Challenge Guide. And I put it in files in the group and I tag them as soon as I add them in. I put a cover photo of assignments, which I'm gonna show you to keep them engaged. Then I do a point system I'm gonna show you also. And then I have them rate their day at the very end of the day. 1 through 5. 1, they did nothing. They were totally off track with everything and just didn't do well. And then obviously like 3, 4, and 5, they're doing well. They're getting better. And so that kind of gives them a little assignment at the end of the day. Rate your day, and people, will say, I did it too. And I said, well, what can we do the next day to get better results? What can we do to fix that 2? We don't want that. We want a 5. And so it's just another way to keep them engaged. Okay, I'm going to show you these 2 assignments that I think are golden. If you could take away anything from this call, first of all, don't be overwhelmed. I know it's a lot if you are a new coach, This takes time and consistency and hard work and trial and error. And I mean, I failed at my first couple challenge groups. Let me tell you, no one even liked or commented on any of my posts. It takes time to put yourself out there and really gain a system, but I'm sharing with you what works for me. After 2.5 years, I can really and honestly say my challenge groups rock every single month now. I'm just pump out great coaches out of them, and it starts with really honing in on their why and building that culture within the challenge group and giving them, you know, assignments, just like a coach. It's the same thing. So let's see, where am I? Okay, so this is one assignment along with another one I'm going to share that this just works every time. I love the Beachbody Challenge Guide, but I feel like it's in the back office, and Beachbody gives us exactly what to say and what to post every day. I think it's great for brand new coaches that really don't have a system yet. I think you need to use it, but I also think you need to kind of add in your own little flair, like a cover photo to give fun assignments. And the Beachbody Challenge Guide doesn't have that. I will go maybe once or twice a week to just pull a video or maybe a great motivation from the challenge guide. But this is just so great. It's simple. It's nothing, you know, that's going to take up too much time if someone's busy. I mean, Monday, motivational Monday, Tuesday, you know, share a collage at the end of the day of their foods. I'm basically prepping them to be a great coach. I want them to make collages. I want them to be, you know, inspirational for motivational Monday. Wednesday, snap a post, sweaty selfie of yourself. I mean, that's simple. Thursday, say what you're thankful for. Friday, a 21-day fixed recipe. Saturday, share your review of the week. Sunday, snap a meal prep or just one cheat meal, just to be real that you can have a cheat meal. Just, you know, just added my own little touch into this, and you can totally recreate this. I'm sure you can find some on Google. I'm sure lots of coaches have shared it, but this has worked wonders for me. So, you know, you want to get your coaches engaged. You want them to be good challengers with posting, and so this just preps them to be a great coach. Okay, next one. This is the one I really wanted to share with you. This is, without a doubt, this is golden. How else can I explain? This helps me transfer every challenger into a coach. It was Kim Lima. She's in our Diamond group, a coach kind of in our network, but she shared this and I ran with it. I loved it, and ever since I started using this in my challenge groups, all my challengers have become coaches. Not all of them, but I would say majority of them, because like the assignments, the cover photo, this preps them to be a great coach. So, you know, there's incentives. Who doesn't like a fun little challenge? And so, you know, I first post this little saying, and I post this picture, and it's really simple. Excuse me. It's really simple. I say I'm going to do a giveaway to the top 3 earners, you know, point earners. And, you know, at the end of the day, they have to go in during the, you know, challenge and post in the thread, hey, I got 8 points for the day. And that's the max points. And at the end of the 3 weeks, I will go and add up personally myself. I'll just look next to their name and I'll just add it up. Usually it takes maybe like an hour, because I really want to make sure it's right and make sure I get the winners. And I give a little refresh, or I give a shaker cup or a workout tub. I mean, whatever it is you want to give, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I just think people like a good challenge. They want to win something, especially for those yellow personalities that just want to have fun. If it's not fun, I kind of feel like they're going to die off, and you don't know what personalities are in your challenge. I'm all about the color code personalities, and I find that, you know, the yellows fall off really fast if it's not fun. We got to keep every personality engaged, and there's every different personality out there. With, you know, what one person likes is not what the other person likes. So that's why with the cover photo of assignments and this point system, I'm telling you, it works. So try it out. But this has been just a lot of fun in my groups, keeping people engaged, getting results. They share in their timeline. Other people start asking them what they are doing if they actually do that one where they have to post on their timeline and tag their coach. So it's it's a really great coach converter. And so I use this with all of my groups. Okay, connection. This is so important. I know so many people say, well, my challengers fall off. Well, I'm going to tell you right now how to not make them fall off. We need to stay connected to them. And so these are just several ways you can, and things that I personally do. I will get their phone number as soon as they sign up. Okay, so texting. Who does not text these days? Everybody will get a text. Everybody calls on the phone. So they're gonna get your text, and they're not gonna ignore you if you don't, if you're not gonna be too pushy. I just text them, maybe once or twice a week, and I'm just like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How's Shakeology? The same thing you would say in a Facebook message. I will try to get on the phone with them at least once or twice during the 3-week period. It doesn't happen all the time, but when I do, I find that we have just a better relationship. And that's what this is about. You are building a relationship with your challenger. So they trust you to go on this journey, with coaching. We do a group chat. I learned this from Anita Myron. Every Friday, you put them in a messenger, in the Facebook Messenger app, and you start a thread with all of your challengers at the same time. So that also creates a little culture, and you are just, talking about non-scale victories. How's everyone feeling? How's the challenge going? How's Shakeology? And everyone starts conversating, and you'll be shocked that the conversation just keeps going, and people just start talking about everything in the world, not just the challenge. Next, I tag on my timeline with people's progress if they allow me to share. This helps them a lot to be comfortable with other people looking at them and their journey. I've had so many people that challengers turn into coaches by just letting me share their before and after picture, and I share about their journey. And I say, can you please cheer them on, show them a little love, like or comment on this? And I think the conversion from coach to challenger is so much easier because they already feel a little confidence. So that's worked wonders for me. Facebook message, obviously you Facebook message, people every day, every other day without being annoying. I like and comment on their Facebook posts to show interest and build a relationship and trust. Just like anybody else, I want to show interest in them. Just because they're in my challenge group doesn't mean I'm going to leave them high and dry and not show any interest in them. This is my chance. They've showed interest in me. Now it's my turn to show interest in them. If I see they're doing really well, I'll get their notifications and I'll follow them more. Jamie O'Rear said this. She's on Diesel Nation. That she, I think this was at the New Leader Conference we went to last January. She said she gets, I think, picks 30 people or so around that number, and she gets their notifications and follows them and builds solid relationships with them. And they all eventually turn into coaches because that trust is built. So I kind of do the same thing with my challengers. I show interest in them. The ones that are rocking the challenge, I get their notifications because, it helps the overall experience, and I think builds that better relationship between coach and the challenger. Shakeology, I'm always referring back to Shakeology. How do you feel? What do you like about it? What have you noticed as far as positive changes? What's your favorite recipe? Just staying connected about the entire challenge and their experience, giving them the best possible experience and being the best possible coach that I can be. I think staying connected is so, so important. Okay, proof of the products. I'm gonna be a little real here because we all need a little tough love and accountability, but if you are not actively being proof for the products, there's just no way you can expect your challengers to be proof. The same goes with your coaches, okay? Right now, Becky Brosette, you guys obviously know her. She's Diesel Nation founder with Christina Delgado. She's on her A game with her fitness. And I know so many other people that are on their A game with their fitness. Their entire business is on their A game because they're on their A game with their own personal fitness. This is one of the 3 vital behaviors. You have to be on top, show progress, just, be into your own fitness and others will be into their own. You can't expect other people to do what you're not doing. I mean, people may doubt what you say, but they will always believe what you do. I love that. So you have to do the challenge with them. Hands down, you have to show and participate in all of those assignments that I just did. I mean, there's no way they're not going to do it if you're not doing it, right? So as you know, the saying, the speed of the leader, speed of the pack. Just like a team, right? The same goes for a challenge. You're going to notice a challenge process and the coaching process is exactly the same. Make daily videos and post them to show them that you are doing this, not just showing products in people's faces. I remember in a Danny Johnson book, she said, you know, you can't just shove Shakeology in people's faces. You can't, she didn't say Shakeology, but products. People are going to be really turned off. And then when you actually have something important to say, they're not going to be listening. You have to show people, show them a little video that you're doing it, show them that you're prepping your meals. I like to take little videos in the morning with my girls having their shake. I'm cooking breakfast real fast and I'm saying that I just did my workout. I'm pumping them up for the day, sharing a little motivation. You know, people want to see you. They join you for a reason, not just to get healthy and fit, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. They join you because they trust you and what you have to offer, and they saw value in who you were. So show them, give that to them. Just don't shove Shakeology. And also, if you're just shoving products in their face in the challenge group and on Facebook, they're going to feel like they have to do that. And I think it turns people off really fast. We want to show them that it's just being natural, sharing your journey, being genuine, being real without being a salesperson. Okay, sharing the opportunity. This is just something I found real quick on my timeline because I just wanted to get this message across. It's so critically important that you are sharing the opportunity in little tidbits and breadcrumbs, maybe like this, however you want to do it. It exposes your challengers. It exposes your coaches. And most people, GoPro says you need 4 to 6 exposures to really seal the deal with someone, whether it's your challenge, whether it's the opportunity. You need to expose people, because if you just expose them, you know, before their Shakeology is about to process for the second time about the opportunity, they're going to be like, whoa, 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 what do you mean coaching? And what do you mean? And it's very intimidating. I think if you are sharing on your timeline, naturally what this opportunity has done for you, big or small, or even what it could potentially provide, they are being exposed. They see every little thing, believe it or not. And this goes with other people that are going to eventually join your challenge or your team. Also share an opportunity invite, maybe to a call, maybe a sneak peek. That is a great invite for them to say, hey, I am in your challenge. Maybe this would be beneficial for me. And then obviously always share a personal post and add that in to your post, what this has done for you. It's just breadcrumbing. It's leaving little tiny breadcrumbs for people to eat slowly and then, you know, eventually get full and say, maybe this is it. Maybe I am ready to take this leap of faith. But it won't be so hard when you actually go to present the opportunity, because they will already have been exposed. Okay, organization. You have to be organized as a coach, new or older coach. And I know I got a lot of requests from my team, Fit Fanatics. How do you organize all of your challengers and coaches and, you know, have it move forward at an organized pace and you stay sane? A whiteboard. I highly recommend a whiteboard. This keeps me organized. It's in front of me every day. I see what I'm working with. I have the date of, you know, my challengers. I have the date, you know, that they signed up, their Shakeology, when it's going to process next. I have what they got. So I have a whole column of just my challengers. The next, I have brand new coaches and where they are, whether they're a discount coach, whether they're working on their journey and getting their products paid, or if they're in a new coach training. This keeps me organized with who I have and where they are, because it can get really complicated. You can be overwhelmed, and that is when fear and doubt sets in. You got to stay organized with your business. Besides a whiteboard, I love the notepad on Safari. I highly recommend it if you have it. I literally have my entire business on this, as far as subjects for team calls, you know, emails that I send to my coaches. Everything you could think of, I have in that notepad as far as the business, instead of documents. If it's in documents in Word somewhere, out of sight, out of mind, I am just not going to remember it. So it keeps me organized in that notepad along with the whiteboard. I like seeing my challengers and my coaches right in front of my face and what I have going on. I have organization of emeralds, and I don't know what that was. Emerald to diamond. I don't know. Oh, my emerald coaches. I have them organized also to help work with them. I have so many things on my whiteboard. My goals, my why, my 10 in play, my success club. I mean, it all goes on my whiteboard so I can visually see it and what I have to do for the month. And at the very top, it says RSVP, because I know I have to do a little bit of that during my power hour. The next is my system. Okay. This is my system. It's very simple. I highly recommend that you write out a really simple system and you stick to it. Try, do a little cover photo or picture in a collage app and write down the dates of things that you have going on. Whether you run your own trainings or not, you could plug them into your Upline Diamond, Star Diamond trainings. More than likely, they're always running a new coach training, a social media boot camp. Me personally, I do a new coach training, and I've added in the social media and challenge group training into that. You could always plug your brand new coaches into that to keep you organized. I run a challenge group once a month, and it goes for 90 days. I just want to touch on this little one real quick. A lot of people are confused. Well, what do I do with my challengers that, they fall off? Or what if they want to keep going after the 90 days? Usually after 90 days, you're going to see who has fallen off and who is still on the wagon. I simply take the challengers that are still on and I put them to the next group. I learned this from Melanie Mitro, and it has worked great for me ever since I learned this in January. So I usually have about 3 groups going every month. They kind of overlap, but I try to just do 2 solid groups that are active, working, and getting results. So 90 days, that's more than 3 rounds of the 21-day fix. You can tell, who is lost weight, who has lost inches, who is rocking, who is, and usually about 1 or 2 is left from a 90-day group, and I move them over to the next group. If they've been in your groups forever, you got to present that opportunity. It is time for them to be presented the opportunity. It's time for them to maybe take on a new challenge. You just got to see where they are. Every 2 weeks, I am presenting the opportunity or a challenge group. Let me touch upon this for a second. Okay, so when I have my challengers, right, and I have my challengers, they're going to go for 90 days. The group started on Monday. I am going to start slowly presenting the opportunity because I want to start planting those seeds for them to, go from challenger to coach. So I am pre-planning and pre-thinking my challengers. When I am promoting the opportunity, I am also, when I'm presenting the challenge group, I am also slowly thinking, well, who can possibly make a great coach also? So if you really think, okay, I have a challenge group going, and, these challengers are getting great results, they're slowly going to work on themselves, why not present the opportunity? So I love this system of every 2 weeks present something. Then you're going to have brand new coaches, right, that came on to your team from the opportunity, and they also are going to be promoting that challenge group with you. So they're going to be going alongside of you parallel, and they're going to be presenting the opportunity and the challenge group. This is going to set them up for success also because they have a system to go along with you, promoting both things that are going to move your business forward. I hope that explained that right. The sneak peek or opportunity, I'm always presenting that during those 2 weeks of presenting the opportunity. Either one, sometimes people are more visual, some people just want to listen. So I am doing a sneak peek or a call. I'm switching it up every other month. Okay, challenger to coach conversion. This can be a little tricky. I think some people have, maybe struggle a little with how do you convert a challenger to coach. And first of all, everything that you just heard me say, it just makes the transition so much easier when you are giving them the best experience possible in a challenge group. And you are slowly presenting the opportunity all over your timeline, being proof of everything. It just makes it so much easier, but I'll break it down even more for you. After I've done all of that, within a couple days before their Shakeology processes, I present the opportunity. Now, this can go one or two ways. I always refer back to Shakeology, how it's going, how are you feeling? Because if they're loving it, I kind of like combat that objection if they don't want to sign. I use this exact script. I don't overcomplicate it. I would love to help you get your Shakeology cheaper, possibly for free. And they always more than likely want to say, well, tell me more, because I'm just breadcrumbing just a tiny bit. Cheaper, possibly for free. It's really, really simple. And then I go into explaining and get a 25% off as a discount coach. If I can tell they're really not engaged in the challenge, you really got to see where everyone is in their own journey. And I always say I have tons and tons of discount coaches that just simply get Shakeology cheaper. Because a lot of people hear the word coach and I think they feel very, very intimidated. So I think you have to really baby step into this little process right here. If somebody is completely rocking a challenge group, showing up every day, rocking the results, I mean, really being what a great coach would be, I just share right away. I say, you know what, you can get your shake cheaper, possibly for free, but you are doing what I do. Why not get paid to share your journey? And most of the time, it really depends, but majority of the time they do say yes. And they want more information. I'm like, I'd love to share a video I made about my story and what this has done for me. Let me share it. And they would say yes. I mean, even if they say no, they're still being exposed. This is still just another exposure, the 4 to 6 exposure. So, if you want it for free, I can show you how to sign 3 people up, your family and friends, and you can get it for free. So I'm presenting like 3 different ways. You can be a discount coach, you can get your products paid for, or you can be a business builder and share like you already are. But I really go by how they're doing in a challenge. I have to kind of feel them out first, but this is my system. This is what I do, and it really works. It's taken time to really perfect it. But just like anything, time, consistency, and persistency, it's gonna work. You're gonna have to fail. You're gonna have to go through trial and error, but this is what has really worked for me. I love the saying, if you are persistent, you will get it. If you are consistent, you will keep it. All right, getting them started right. So after you have gotten your challenger to become a coach, what do? How are you going to set them up for success? You can't just leave them in the fire or just thrown to the side and in a coach training from your upline. You need to really be engaged with them. The same, just like a challenge group. You need to send them information, send them some coach emails. Farron Axelrod on our team, an awesome diamond, she created a PowerPoint presentation to send to her brand new coaches. I love it. I've just been sending simple emails. I'm gonna do the same thing with a PowerPoint. I love the idea. It's very visual, just like you're seeing now. It just breaks it down in like 5 slides, very simple. I have a welcome email that I sent. It says all about me, my story. I have a little video saying which type of coach they wanna be, whether it's a discount, products paid, or business builder, and just give them the 411 on everything. I have them listen to a pre-recorded call to set up their online office with the EFT management and just go over the basics, fill out the 7-day quick start. And then after that, I set up a call with them to get to know them and their why. I don't really talk about anything except if they have questions, because I don't want to bombard any brand new coach, whatever type of coach they are, discount or not. I just don't want to overwhelm them. I think so many times brand new coaches get overwhelmed and they run like the wind because they're, besides, their family and their work and life, they're like, what did I take on now with all this information being thrown in my face? So I just want to get to know them, build that relationship just like a challenger. I want to hear their why, share with them my why, and see how we can, parallel together and somehow go on this journey together and get to that why. We set realistic goals, meaning just getting their product paid for the first month. If they want to run and they start seeing a little success, we're going to set different goals. But I just want to baby step them into everything. And I stay connected with them, the same as a challenger. I really don't want them to be gone. I don't want to sign up a new coach and then run. I want them to have success. And I just love on people wherever they are. I think when you try to push your goals on other people, and you're like, oh, I have a new coach, I gotta set them, up for emerald and diamond. They're not gonna do it. You just gotta slow down. You gotta love on them, be their biggest cheerleader, and you have to just, baby step them into this entire thing. Go all in. I love this. This is kind of like my motto. Go all in, go all in or go home. Go big or go home. There you go. Okay, so you have to go all in, just like I said, with everything. Hold your challengers and coaches accountable with weekly goals. This has been huge. Ever since I had a one-on-one call with corporate, he said, you gotta hold everyone accountable with weekly goals. It's so easy to say, well, I want Success Club 10 in a month, or I want to be a 5-star in a year. But what are you doing weekly to get there? I think once I started setting weekly goals with my challengers and my coaches and saying, I'm going to hold you accountable instead of pushing you, everything changed. And I love the saying, without accountability, you are drifting. With accountability, you create action. Your coaches are only going to be as good as you are. So you have to hold them accountable, show them, be proof of everything, and really go all in. Obviously, you know the saying, just like I said before, speed of the leader, speed of the pack. You have to go all in. There is no wishy-washy coach, or there's no, lukewarm. You guys heard of the term lukewarm, or that verse, being lukewarm. There's just, in this business, I feel you have to go all in. There's no in the middle. In the middle, you're just going to get stuck or think that you're stuck, or you're just going to feel like you're in a funk. I don't even know how to explain it. You just have to go all in. Go big or go home, and your coaches are going to do the same thing. Your challengers are going to do the same thing. You have to go all in, just like anything in life. If you do something halfway, is it going to work out? No. If you put a little something, is it going to prosper and be amazing? No way. You have to go all in, be self-motivated, and know that your coaches and challengers are going to do exactly what you do. So set goals with them, go all in, and create an action plan. If you don't have an action plan, if you don't have a vision, you don't have anything where you want to go with this path, it's more than likely not going to happen. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed up by actions makes your dreams come true. So you have to hold everybody accountable, your challengers, your coaches, and that creates action. I want to read something to you that I read in the wall. If you guys don't know what the wall is, it is a 5-star and up group, and all of corporate is in this group. It's inspiring, the things people post, and I get inspired just going into the group. But somebody asked a question yesterday, and I just have to share it with you. And it just pertains to everything with new challengers, new coaches, mistakes, motivation, just everything. If you could go back in time and give yourself one sentence of advice as a new coach, what would it be? I just want to read some of these to you. Find your own voice instead of trying to be like others. Sign up your freaking spouse. I kind of love that one because I think it's so important to do that right away. Be you, focus on the good, and do everything for the right reasons. These are top coaches, guys. These people are six-figure earners. They're living the life of their dreams. Most of them, some of them are brand new 5-star diamonds, but a lot of them have been there for a long time. This is valuable, I feel, advice and just inspiration. Trust the process. There are no shortcuts, no real secrets. Hit Success Club and grow your team consistently every single month. Be uncomfortable every single day. If you accept, trust, and embrace this process while getting to your goals, including all the hardest days, it will be much easier to accept failure. Do not stress. Your best is good enough. Do not compare yourself to others. Don't think I just do. I see so many coaches get stuck in failure to launch because they want to learn everything first. Give freely to everyone you meet. The more abundance you give, the more will come your way in return. I love that. Put your own health first. Don't let the business replace that. I'm probably in the minority, but my second year, I lost sight of what initially attracted me to being a coach in the first place. Proof of the products. Work dang hard, but always remember what you are working for. Be here a year from now, and then when the year hits, be here another year. Don't put any, what just happened? Don't put any timelines on anything. Be your own North Star. Enjoy the ooey gooey feelings that come with coaching. Find a few other North Stars, and your path will always be like the yellow brick road. Have fun always. That is a good one. Don't be desperate. Work hard, but be authentic and recruit well. People you actually connect with, not anyone and everyone. I really like that. Let me read that again. Don't be desperate. Work hard, but be authentic and recruit well. People you actually connect with, not anyone and everyone. Wow. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone has their own road to travel, and focus on yours. Personal development actually works if you commit to being the biggest project you work on. It changes your mindset. Copying skills and therefore filters into your posts, how you talk to people, and who you start to attract. Don't copy top coaches. Be original. Okay, I love all of that. That was amazing. Seriously, guys, my entire system, I just wanted to share that with you. It works. If you follow it, it's going to take hard work and consistency, but just like anything else, it's about building relationships. It's about caring about your challengers, caring about your coaches, setting realistic goals, and just helping and holding everyone accountable along the way. Never giving up, and just being the best possible version of you along the way. That's all I got for you tonight. I hope that you have taken away some valuable information. I will post my presentation in the event page if you wanted to go back to it. I know some of you, maybe you were taking notes or whatnot, but that's it. I hope you have a great night, and I will talk to you guys soon.